So I was very fortunate to be born in Milwaukee and raised in Milwaukee. I love the city. I love the Latino population. As an educator, I'm very concerned that our young people are not buried in debt when they are going to the universities and colleges and taking on their education beyond high school.
I think a lot of things inspire me. I draw inspiration mostly from my family. I draw inspiration from my grandmothers, from my parents, really just thinking about how they did way more with way less. I feel super privileged every single day to have the kind of, even the problems that I have don't really compare to the problems that they had when they came to this country. And so I think that I draw inspiration from that.
So I'm extremely passionate about providing that next generation that's coming up behind me access to the information that I didn't necessarily have from those who came before me. I think that's pretty indicative of communities of color.
That I'm paving the way, because in my office I'm the only Hispanic woman that's on my floor. So in order for me to grow, I have to pave my own way. And so that's a huge challenge for me right now. And I just look for other mentors to help me get through it when I have challenging days. Yeah, so some of the challenges that I face, especially in the corporate world, first of all, it's fighting to have a seat at the table. And then once you get a seat at the table, it's wanting to be heard. And so oftentimes when I'm sitting at the table and I have an opportunity to speak, sometimes the actions with the people in my office aren't necessarily showing me that they're listening to me. And so sometimes it's almost a demand that I have to really fight for.
Many Latina women in leadership roles in Milwaukee, in particular in higher education, whereas the background that I work in. And so I think it's really important to be able to see yourself in the leaders in Milwaukee. Some of the challenges that I see currently working in education is that other leaders need to be really intentional about including minority women and creating that opportunity and that space for women to have a seat at the table and a voice and really be heard. And so I think that we need a lot of allies and a lot of mentors and support, making sure that they're intentional in giving us the space and the opportunity in order to grow a diverse group of women leaders. I feel that being Hispanic and of a Mexican background, having a strong mother female role is really important growing up. And so I think that really inspires me is to make my parents proud, in particular my mother. And I think that family is the core to society and to everything that we do, especially in the Latinx community. And so I think what inspires me is to be that leader for other people as well.
You know, being the only Latina executive director of an arts organization in Milwaukee, I feel that it's my responsibility to be able to open the doors to change what the face of leadership currently looks like. I think my family at the core is what is very central to, you know, why I do the work I do. My parents, you know, gave up a lot of, you know, their time, energy to ensuring that, you know, their two daughters grew up with as many opportunities as possible. So it's my duty to take advantage of those opportunities and, most importantly, you know, make those opportunities and expand those opportunities for future generations to come.